Hello, I'm Robbie Fowler and you're watching Redmen TV.
Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV, coming to you as live from the Dovedale Towers pub in Liverpool on an afternoon that saw the Mighty Reds finish off their away campaign for the 2012-2013 season with a 3-1 win over Fulham at Craven Cottage. Yes, let's get stuck straight into some of your Facebook comments, shall we? Yes, Danny Booban says, Danny boy, 10 goals, 3 assists in 13. Sexinho, 2 goals, 7 assists in 12. That is all. Yes. Yes, indeed. And on a similar sort of note, Jim Caesar Goddard says, Coutinho, oh my God, what a buy. Yes. Yeah, fully agree, Jim. What a buy indeed. And yeah, and Daniel Sturridge, magnificent performance from the pair of them. Not so good first half. I mean, Daniel Sturridge, you've got to say that his first goal is very well taken, although I don't think I'll be alone in thinking, at the time, thinking like, fuck this. But no, brilliant. And for all those people who say he can't finish on his right foot, he scored 2 goals with his right today. So maybe that puts that one to bed just a little bit. But the first goal, I mean, we've been going on about sort of ticky-taka all season. Then look what happens. Andre Wisdom at the back puts in a great block tackle, comes away with the ball and plays it, well, route 1 straight down the pitch. Daniel Sturridge gets on the end of it and does what he's meant to do in them situations. Absolutely fantastic. So I can't really fault him. I think he probably had, well, no, you know what, I can't fault him because he probably could have had the bag full today. He could have had 5 at least. He had 2 clear-cut chances. One of them, he's got the opportunity to pass there. And I was having this argument with regular Mike Atkinson, who is a centre forward himself, and he was like, no, he's got to shoot there. He's a centre forward, he should shoot. The second one, he's got 2 men free at the back post, and the difference between world-class players and players who aren't, I'm not saying Daniel Sturridge won't be world class, but he's not quite world class. He's not world class yet. Give him time, hopefully. You're either just slot it, or you've got the wherewithal to think, you know what, I'm going to lay this off. We're going to put this game beyond doubt, make it 3-1, kill the game off, and then I can go looking for my hat-trick goal. Whereas he was clearly desperate for the hat-trick, given that he had the opportunity a few weeks back. Was it Newcastle, was it, and got subbed? So maybe that was at the back of his mind. I don't know, but it's a bit daft to sort of be critical of Daniel Sturridge when he scored a hat-trick and basically his goals are the ones that have won the game. And Coutinho, again, just I can't stop singing that boy's praises. He's just magic, and he absolutely, what a fucking magician, the Keymaster. And it's starting to stick, I'm glad to see. Thank you very much to everyone who's been calling him Keymaster and using the hashtag on Twitter as well, because he deserves a nickname of that quality. Anyway, Mike Burrows, a little bit down point, says, took long enough. Yeah, Mike, you're right, first half was pretty dreadful. It's interesting though that I've seen us a lot of times in the last few seasons just lose games like that. We'd have gone a goal down and we'd have gone, and particularly with 2 games to play, nothing really to play for by all accounts. I was very impressed by the way the side turned it around second half, and we just kept going. We definitely had we got lucky. We got a little bit lucky throughout that game. Lucas, the ball hit his hand. Whether it's a genuine handball, I don't know, but we've seen them given. So we could have been very unlucky in that game. But I was pleased to see, going back to the first half, that we had enough about us to sort of fight back. I don't think it worked with the system, and I think the fact that we changed to 3 at the back, I like the idea. I like the idea in getting Wisdom in, and I was very surprised to see Coates. He looked like he was out on his ear, but I was impressed with both of them. More so impressed with Wisdom, which I felt a bit sorry for him coming off at half time. But the change in system really suited us a lot better going forward in the second half. But of course that's because that's the formation we play, and the more used to playing in that system. So of course it was going to be a little bit more free-flowing, and Sturridge wasn't as isolated, which was great to see. And John Joe Shelby didn't have a fantastic game, but I liked the fact that when we moved him further up the pitch, he tried to get into the box and he offered himself. He was there. He had that one where his legs just collapsed in the box, which I felt really sorry for him, because he got himself in there. It was a great touch to bring it down. A bit unfortunate, but Mike again ate him. But I'm prepared to give him time. I thought he didn't have a great game, but I thought he did enough to show why he deserves to certainly stay and maybe go out on loan next year. But time's going to tell him that. But no, he supported the attack, and that's what we needed. We needed more bodies in and around the box to put them under pressure, and we did that second half. So yeah, I mean, it took a while to get going, but mercifully we did in the end. Sadie says Coates took his chance, keep the lad. Yeah, again, this is the point I made. I made it before on the subscriber show before the match, and I was on the Anfield Wrap on the radio on Thursday. Well, recorded Thursday, went out Friday night, and said, you know, these players. I didn't think Coates had a chance. So I wasn't talking about it at the time, but I was talking about wisdom in that. He needs to get a chance to play because we need to see if he can save us a few bob in the sun, because there's an argument that, you know, Coates isn't favoured, he's going to go. Skirtle not favoured, he's going to go. Carragher's gone by all accounts. Daniel Agger's not been outstanding this season. We need centre-halves desperately, and we don't really want to have to go. We've got a limited budget to spend in the summer. We want to be adding more general quality to the team. We don't want to have to go and buy 4 centre-halves in the summer. So if Wisdom, and now based on that, if Coates can make the step up, you've saved yourself. What you really need to do is go out and find a top quality centre-back, commanding centre-half, and know that you've got Coates and Wisdom as backup to this new player plus Daniel Agger, and we should hopefully be alright defensively, although once again defending crosses into the box, fucking clown shoes, absolute clown shoes. But you know, thankfully we managed to score more than we conceded. Yes, in depth, and that's all that matters in games like that. It's a shame that the sort of, with Everton getting the results and the David Moyes wankfest party going on at Goodison Park, didn't quite have the party pooper in Andy Carroll that we hoped he was going to be. It's the end of him in my eyes. But you know, that's it. You know, all we can do now is maybe hope for a big win at the end of the season, just to give us a little bit of a lift when we're going into the summer. Because 7th place, you know, it's not a great season, but obviously we'll talk about that in a lot more detail on the subscriber shows as we start to wrap up the season in the next few weeks. So anyway, do join us there on the redmentv.com. If you not watched last week's show, it was fascinating.
I always pictured him as essentially just dying as soon as he passed our league titles, like that old codger who makes it through Christmas to see it, spend it with her family, and then just die in January, like. And that's kind of what I expected Ferguson to do, to be honest. I'd just win that 19th and just die, like that was it. But he never got to go and win another one. Like.
You've probably upset quite a few people, like,
But all kinds of stuff, not just sort of time specific to the match. There's a lot of debate on, well, all kinds of stuff. Check it out. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was so good that, yeah. Anyway, yeah, as I say, check out free for a month on the redmentv.com. If you don't want to watch that, we'll see you back here for the match build up for QPR next week. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for subscribing. If you want to subscribe on YouTube for free, click the button. Yada yada yada. Anyway, ta-da. See you soon.